How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Back with a little bit of seed up in this piece in the form of their A Place to Rest. Yeah, this be a American style hoppy ale. Dry hopped with citrus, sabro, and mosaic, coming at 6.8% alcohol by volume. And this comes courtesy of my boy Anthony. Anthony sent me about beers over the years, and this be one of them. He sent me 3 seed jams, a Fest Dunkel, which I actually just reviewed. I'll probably put these all up at the same time. This beer, and then a double IPA. And this one, I'm kind of hot and bothered about. I'm curious about this one. Label-wise, it's cool. You know, it's a little cabin in the woods, but that's trademarked by another brewery, so we'll just call it a house in the woods. I don't know. Anyway, label's all right, beer-wise. Definitely looks the part of a hazy, hoppy kind of pale. Pinky finger, just off-white, rich, kind of, not super turbid kind of haze, but rich, kind of like spilled thing everywhere kind of haze. You know how I do. Let's get a nose. It's just sweetened. I think it's a combination of the sabro with something. I'm getting like this sweetened kind of like, almost like, I don't want to call it lactosey, but I think there's a coconut thing from the sabro that's kind of merging with this kind of pineapple thing that makes me think of a little confectionery kind of pineapple thing. Yeah, it smells really nice. Very citrusy, but definitely leaning heavily into kind of pineapple. A little bit of soft kind of tropical fruits on the other end of things, but it really is a combination of that sabro with that kind of whatever, bringing that pineapple to a head that makes this like a really, really fun nose. So, let's dive in. Cheers. It's really good. It's really nice. Clean up my mess here. Otherwise, I'm just going to be sticky all night. Sounds like Pornhub, doesn't it? It's really nice. It's really, like, soft, drinkable, like, not overly aggressive, but maybe a little bit under-aggressive from what you'd expect from, like, you know, a 6 and change kind of little hazy. Definitely has that pineapple leading away. Much less impactful than you expect based off of the nose. A little bit of coconut vibes in there. A bit of tropical fruit. Undersweetened for sure, but everything here is kind of like what you get on nose. You expect it to be on a scale of 1 to 10, whatever arbitrary scale. You expect it for its ABV level and whatever, kind of really peaking, pushing into those high 8s, 9s kind of things. And while the nose gives you that, it's everything settles down to a lower level, kind of 6, 7, kind of closer to mid-level kind of impact from all the hops in there. I'm not taking away from that flavor profile at all. I think it works. Everything's in balance the way it should be in here, with the way that kind of, that pineapple I was talking about, kind of followed by that sweeter but still underripened kind of tropical fruit. Nice mouthfeel, a little bit of fluttering green kind of hoppiness done and done. It says you're talking about 6.8. That's where this jumps to shark just a little bit. I've had beers more impactful than this in this kind of vein, not similar to this beer, in this kind of vein. Like sub 5, sub 4 even. So it's kind of one of those things where I get on my kind of soapbox and kind of be like, well, this beer can be done at like 4 and change. You're just spending extra money on lower impact. I know some people really dig that. I had people write me and be like, oh man, I had this beer from brewery XXX and man, it's a 10% beer and it drinks like a 5.5. You would love this. And I'm like, you watch my reviews? I'm like, I want the beer that's 5 that drinks like 10, not the beer that's 10 that drinks like 5. But it's tasty. I like the way it works. The hop profile kind of works across the board, going, like I said, from that tropical, or from that pineapple, that citrus, pineapple leading away into that kind of tropical fruit. Really nice mouthfeel, really tasty beer. I'm really curious to see how this double IPA comes out now, but a really fun beer, really tasty beer, really appreciative beer. Thank you very much, Anthony, for sending this off. So, yeah, let's talk about it. It's one of the better pales. No, it's an IPA. So you say American style hoppy ale, but you're talking about 6.8%. I mean, it drinks like a pale ale, but you know, you're talking about pretty much 7% beer. It's an IPA. One of the better IPAs I've had as late. It's in the conversation, just not value and availability, no idea. Brewery only, I assume. Let me know how much you paid for this, Anthony, or anybody else, if they bought it, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like low ABV chuggers, but you don't mind a little extra ABV. You know, those beers that really gush over that come in at like sub 5% or flirt around 5%. It's kind of that kind of vibe, but at a bit higher ABV. So if you're that person, which is most people, I'm different. Most people like the higher ABV with that little less impact to it. You're really going to enjoy this beer. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif. If you want to check me out doing a whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of seed right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.